Hello, good day, my SM viewers. This is Satellite Media. Let us look at this issue that has to do with the North position regarding tax reform bill. Because the way the North is going about it, it goes to show that they believe they are the owner of Nigeria. They believe that whatever they want is what will prevail. And of course, we understand that the North, the only thing they understand is power. Anytime they are not in power, they are not comfortable. Particularly the Fulanis who control the political agenda and political class in the North. And currently, they are at it again, with serious resistance coming from some notable Northerners with respect to this tax reform bill. But let me take a look at this particular picture. It speaks volume of what the North do to this country called Nigeria. In this picture, you can clearly see where Hisbah police are destroying truck of alcohol. And these people will turn around to tell you that you have to pay them, or they have to collect tax that accrues from alcohol. Yet they refuse to allow their people consume it. Is that no hypocrisy? Then again, take a look at this man. This man is the governor of Bauchi State. He went vocal the other time, threatening the federal government that the North will show Tinubu their true color if Tinubu is not ready to listen to them. And secondly, he said that what Tinubu is doing, or what federal government is doing rather, is a recipe for anarchy. So the point is, should the whole country submit to this man? And this is a Fulani man who, of course, we understand the other time, said that if the Fulani man goes about with gun, that Fulani man is a global citizen. That Fulani man needs gun to protect himself as he goes about his legitimate business of cattle rearing. And we have seen the excesses of headers in terms of carrying guns, suspected weapons in almost every strata of the society. So we shall be bringing you comments from Twitter of people's opinion about this. But before I go into that, equally take a look at this man. This was a former governor of Kano State. I'm talking about this man here in the person of Kwankwaso. He made it very clear the other time that Lagos is taking away taxes of Kano State, or rather the North. He equally accused Lagos of trying to impose an emir on Kano State. But currently, we have seen a court of appeal ruling that have ruled in favor of the same Kano State government with respect to the emirate Tozo. But we shall be bringing you people's tweets to as we go along. But the point is, from what we are seeing, I think this is pure hypocrisy on the part of the North, because they are developing at the expense of the South. They don't want the current status quo to stop because they are the greater beneficiary of the present fraudulent structure of Nigeria. That is why they will always resist every attempt to restructure this country. Now, let me bring you some tweets to give us a sense of what we are discussing here this moment. This one is coming from realists. He's saying the funny thing is most of them still drink alcohol, not people who I go school with. This one is coming from realists. Another one is coming from the man that goes by the name Maximus Des. He's saying then drink alcohol pass. Let's look at another one coming from J the Oracle. He's saying, can they also go after bandits the same manner? Looking at this last one, I'm saying, can they go after bandits the same manner? So if the North can have the tenacity, can have the boldness, can have the wherewithal to come about Hisbah police for the purpose of enforcing ban on alcohol. So in the same way, is it not possible that they come up with their own security arrangements as a way of complementing the effort of federal government to fight bandits. And in a way, their lack of educating their own people gave rise to what we have today as bandits. Because even if you go and check the statistics, a place like Bauchi have the highest number of after school children, and this governor here is the governor of that state, and all the money that have been accruing to his state from federation accounts, I don't think he have been able to address that out of school children. Rather, he's spending time to see that the North will show Tinubu the true color of the North. But for me, I think the way it is irrespective of the opinion of the North. It is irrespective of opinion of anybody. Personally, I didn't vote for Tinubu in 2023, and I'm not supporting him. I do not even have intention of voting for him in 2027. But the point remains that if the North must allow, if the country must continue as one, the North must allow some level of restructuring. We have seen different, attempts in the past to restructure the country that didn't see the light of the day. But I think this time around, this one should see the light of the day, because he's going to address a whole lot of things. In the same vein, I've equally listened to someone like Senator Sereke Dixon, who is a former governor of Bayelsa State, talking about personal income tax of oil workers, that it should go back to areas where these oil companies have their operation base. Of course, we understand that about 90% of operation of oil exploration in the country is in the Niger Delta. So currently, I think the status quo make Lagos State to retain personal income tax of those companies. But Sereke Dixon is of the view that it should go back to areas where those oil companies have the operation. I think I go with that opinion. But let me bring in the opinion of someone else. This one, you go by the Twitter handle. This one goes by the name of Colonel Chris. He's saying, it is a belief, let them live with it. But truly, Nigeria needs a re-overhauling, restructuring, because every state needs to develop their own system. Federation is a scam. Let me equally go through this other one. It's coming from Abiodun Adeyanju. He's saying it is difficult to understand this hypocritical behavior of the North in destroying alcoholic drinks and still collect VAT from these same drinks. Why will Sharia allow collection and spending of VAT on these drinks, but abhor the say of same? Is it the law or is misinterpretation? I think we allow our viewers to give us their view on comment section regarding most of this issue, because this conversation is not going away anytime soon. We understand that the issue of the tax reform beats about 4 of them is still before the National Assembly. As we speak, in the House of Senate, it has gone for 2 readings. It has been referred to the relevant committee of the House. In the House of Rep, it has gone for 1 reading, though it has been suspended in the 2 chambers of National Assembly. But as we speak, the president, during the Unitary period, when he had a media chat here in Lagos, made it very clear that he is going to, that the issue of a tax reform bill have come to stay. And if that is the truth, and the North is already warming up with their stiff opposition, I think the areas where we have issues, all the stakeholders should come together to address it. But when it comes to this issue of derivation, I think the North should realize that they must not stampede that process, because you cannot reap where you do not sow. You cannot destroy alcohol, truckloads of alcohol through Hisba police, and turn around and collect the same tax. And when the government tinker with the idea of a review, You are threatening that you are going to show them your true color. That is a recipe for anarchy. We have even seen the lies of the governor of Borno State, talking about Babagana Zulum, who of course you understand is a close ally of the president himself, come out clearly to tell the president and the country that the bill will impoverish the North, that the bill is not in the interest of the North. If someone like Babagana Zulum, who of course is a close ally of the president, is speaking against the bill, I think it speaks volume of the position of the North regarding this bill. And beyond that, we have always seen someone like Senator Ali Ndume, of course from the same Borno State, who has been very vocal and vehement in his position. Of course, I think at the level of the Senate, he's the first person to raise the issue and started the opposition. Of course, he made it very clear to Mr. President, talking about Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu, that that bill is dead on arrival. We have equally seen the likes of Senator Abu Negi. Of course, we understand the reason he spoke. This is a man from Bauchi State, the same state where the governor have said that the North will show Tinubu their true color. He have equally voiced out his opposition, saying that the current status quo should be maintained, that the North is comfortable, or rather his constituency is comfortable with the current status quo. I think the best reason he may be saying his constituency is comfortable is because they are the greatest beneficiary of the fraudulent status quo. Because if the system is fair, or if his constituency, as the case may be, is not benefiting at the expense of others, I don't think someone like Senator Abu Negi will be maintaining that the status quo should be sustained. A situation where some people are benefiting at the expense of others. I understand that when it comes to oil exploration, a place that Niger Delta bears the brunt of all the hazard associated with oil exploration. I know what it took Niger Delta to struggle to agitate before they have what they call today 13% derivative. And people are saying that it's not enough, considering the hazard nature of oil exploration, considering the degradation of the environment. If you look at the condition of Ogoni today, Ogoni is perhaps the most polluted place in the world. And all the effort of federal government under Muhammad Buhari to clean Ogoni, nobody knew that it was political. Because at the inception of the presidency of Muhammad Buhari, he made it very clear that he was going to partner with stakeholders, bringing all the funding needed, while the other organizations involved, the oil company and all the stakeholders, bring their counterpart funding. But surprisingly, Buhari stayed in Asura for 8 years, and after he left office, I don't think he started the process of cleaning of Ogoni. So it goes to show you that if the South, of course, the father that lays the golden egg, is not getting what is due to them, and you have a situation where if they even share this revenue that accrues from oil, once it comes to the area of sharing on the base of popularity, the place that Kano State gets more than even Delta, Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, Cross River, Rivers, you begin to wonder. Because the place that Kano is having 44 local governments. The Jigawa State that is even carved out from Kano State is having 27 local governments. So if you are sharing any revenue in terms of local government, a place like Jigawa State will be benefiting at the expense of the oil producing states. Will benefit more than oil producing states. And if you go and look at what transpired in those areas, because I personally have a first-hand experience in Jigawa State, because I served in Jigawa State during my youth service. In their local government system, there is nothing like activities. There is a common term they use, baiki, meaning there is no work. So if you are posted to the local government, you are not going to do any work. You wait at the end of the month, you go there, you collect your allowance. The same thing is applicable to those who are working as local government staffs, even to the extent that the local government chairman, where I serve, do not even stay in the state. He stays in Kano, come back at the end of every month, when the allocation will come, collect the allocation, distribute it, he goes back to the Kano State. It is a monthly ritual he does. And that the same thing is applicable to all the local government across board in that state. And yet, somebody will say, I need my own sovereign state. Somebody who is benefiting from the fraudulent current status quo will say, no, Nigeria must continue to exist as one. And somebody will come and say, okay, let us review taxing system, derivation. And somebody will say, no, let us continue to maintain the status quo. The reason is not far-fetched because they are the greater beneficiary of the current status quo. And I think the government should sustain this process to make sure that the area, the North, is getting revenue at the expense of the South. I think this should be addressed. Thank you very much. This is Satellite Media and I'm Mr. Matt.